Thanks for joining me today. Today we're gonna talk about the one thing that leaders can do right now to keep the team motivated, to keep them energized, to keep them engaged, and to keep them productive. It's very simple. As we all know, it appears that we're rounding this curve when it comes to the coronavirus, right? And unfortunately, it has taken so many lives to finally get to this point. But it appears from the experts that we could be on the upswing now. We could be on the back end of this thing if we just continue to practice safe measures and continue to wear the mask and all that good stuff. But until then, we still have to do Zoom calls and remote leadership, if you will. And I think a lot of people have kind of gotten into their comfort zone working remotely and doing a lot of conference calls, Zoom or Skype calls, and things of that nature, even though they've got a thing now where it's Zoom fatigue now. But nonetheless, we still have to do it at least for a little while longer. And I do notice that a lot of times with teams on Zoom calls that you can get tired of those and call after call. Sometimes your attention span shortens and you just really want to just check out and just go do something maybe outside or just to get away. But as a leader, as a manager, we have to keep our teams engaged so that we can continue to be informed and be on the same page and continue to be highly productive. Okay? And there's just one thing that's so simple to do, but then again, for some, it's so hard depending on the type of leader that you are. But it's a simple practice that I use all the time to help keep my team together, keep them laughing a lot of times, and just to keep them, connected so that we can get through the day, get through our calls, and still wind up on top and do what we need to do instead of, going through the same calls and people, answering and, it's just cut and dry and people not mentally there. So again, with this pandemic that's going on, I want to give you this one simple tool that you can use and put in your repertoire. I've talked about it several times before, but I feel the need to bring it up again because we're still there and we still need to keep it in the forefront of our minds. And that tool is make a connection. You have to make a connection with your team. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that you're leading, that you're guiding to get from point A to point B. These are the people that you're coaching, you're advising, you're helping any way that you can. And after a while, especially again with the pandemic going on and people being at home, we are human beings. We are social creatures. We love to be social. It's a part of our DNA. It's who we are. And this virus has pretty much wipe that out for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? And it has an effect on us as a people. You know what I'm saying? So we as leaders, we have to be at least 1 to 2 steps ahead of our teams and know and understand what we need to do to keep them engaged, to keep them on task, and to keep them from drifting. So again, my tip is to make a connection. For instance, on one of the teams that I have, there's one guy on the team, he loves sports. So maybe after the call or a certain time during the week, I may give him a call or I might hit him up on Teams. I'm like, hey, did you catch the game last night? Or did you see this game last week? And, we'll spend maybe 5 to 10 minutes, not a long period of time. But it's just to check in, just to get them talking. It takes their mind off of what's going on at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance to release and express themselves. One person on my team, she has kids. I have kids. So I ask her, how are her kids doing? Now, again, when you're reaching out making these connections, number one, be genuine. Don't do it just to be doing it. People can smell BS a mile away. Be genuine and organic when you're reaching out to make that connection. Number two, keep it general. Don't get specific. Again, I've said this before. Don't touch on politics. Don't touch on religion, anything of that. Keep it light. Keep it general. Okay? And always figure out what links you to something, to that person or these people on your team. There's got to be something. Maybe everybody has kids and you have kids too. That could be your link to everybody. How are the kids doing? What's going on? Has Johnny thought about what college he's going to go to? Did Susie like, playing volleyball? Just things of that nature. Those are the things that kind of help relieve stress, kind of take your mind off of what's going on, kind of gives you a shift in thought, at least for 5 or 10 minutes, to have fun, get them to laugh a little bit, and then get back on track. It goes a long way. Learn how to create a connection with each and every person on your team, as well as collectively. Maybe there's something all of you guys can get on the call, if you have to have a call with them. Once you start the call, maybe the first 5 minutes can be what you all have in common, but make sure to stay on task with the call. 5 minutes in up front for, whatever, and then let's get into the meeting and get what we need to get done, get in and get out. All right? Make a connection with your team. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It will go a long way, and it will show your team that you do care and that you want to see them happy. You want to make sure that their mental health is just as good as their physical health. Okay? Make a connection with your team. All right, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch these videos. And as always, if you like them and you're enjoying them and you're getting something out of them, please like and subscribe to the channel and share these videos with other people in your sphere of influence. And as always, please, guys, if you need any help with leadership development coaching, remote leadership, team building, diversity training, things of that nature, especially with this pandemic, please give me a call or contact me via email or through YouTube or whatever, and let me know, and we'll sit down and put together a tailor-made plan conducive for your success. Okay? That's it for me, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?
Whether you're a new leader who needs the building blocks of leadership and how to be effective, or a seasoned leader who needs to understand that there are two sides to leadership, or a leader who just needs some inspiring insight or leadership seeds in order to enhance your leadership abilities, the CDV Consulting Group has the resources you need. There are two key elements successful leaders have that the unsuccessful ones don't: self-discipline and the understanding to constantly invest in themselves. So pick up a copy or the entire collection today and start investing in your leadership now. Available at Amazon.com. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?